everybody, welcome back to Old Volks TV. The continuing saga of the headliner and the Ragtop bug. If you remember last week, we took down all the old headliner, we cleaned out all the old crappy fur that was in here, the old padding. We touched up the paint where there was a little bit of rust. We scrubbed everything down with the wire brush to get a good solid surface that we can attach the foam to. This mess of foam is the same size, but this is supposed to be the replacement for that fuzzy foam. This is like the padding. I just watched like 4 videos on how to install this, so I'm going to do my very best to make that happen. Everybody made it look pretty easy, so we'll see. We got our foam pre-cut. This was from J-Bugs. I mean, it looks like everything's pretty much the right shape, at least. It just needs to be trimmed a little, so we'll see. And then I got my favorite 3M high strength Super 90 double spray with the adjustable tip. So this will, once it's on there, man, it is on there. This is the good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. So we start with a little spray glue here. Try to don't spray it out the window because we don't want it on the super nice original paint. Although you can clean it up pretty easy later with some mineral spirits. Alright, way too much glue on there, and then we let it sit, and we gotta spray the back of the foam. You gotta let this dry for a couple minutes before you can stick it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the next one up here while we wait. We're gonna put a piece of foam on there. Don't worry if you get a little overspray up here. Doesn't matter. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just make sure you get it good on the edges of where the foam is gonna go. Because you want to, at the very least, you want a good grip on the edges. Okay, it's been a minute. Well, it's been like 10 minutes. So let's see. This is going to be very, very sticky on itself. But you want to get that kind of centered, and then you want to push that. You got to leave a gap underneath the seal, or where the seal goes. And the straighter that you can get this, the less lumpy that's going to look later. So if you don't do, see how sticky that is? If you don't do a good job, you can always trim a little more. We're going to end up trimming most of that off. Oh, I just put my knee right in that one. Right. Now we get to do the sides here. I'm going to reset the camera and we'll do the sides. For the latches, we're going to put a little piece of tape so we can not glue the foam in that spot. And we're going to do the same thing up here for the gonna have to take the foam and the headliner off, or cut a little notch so that we can. That's too much. So that we can put the screws in. God, what am I trying to say? It's unrealistically hot in the garage right now for some weird reason. So anyhow, we got this piece, which I thought went down here all the way over the wheel well, but I couldn't get it to fit. But actually, it goes up here, aligned with those grippers. So it'll get glued in, something like that. And then you have this other piece that's cut to match, and they go right along the edge of the top edge of that there. Which reminds me, I'm gonna do something about this. We don't want to lose them. Tape those together and tape them to the hole. We're going to tape over the hole. That's for the light. So later on we'll be able to find that in the foam, and we'll cut the foam out and we'll pop the light. I cut the foam first and then I cut the headliner after. Once I have the hole, then I'll do the headliner and tuck it and kind of pop the light in there. If you try to cut it all at once, sometimes it doesn't come out that good. So more spray glue, why not? Okay, I think we're good now. Stuff is nice and sticky. And it goes right up to those grippers there, is what I've been told. Alright, everything's looking good and tacked on there. You give it a little tug and it's on there pretty snug. So we're going to take our sharp, brand new X-Acto blade and we're going to cut it carefully without cutting the paint. You definitely don't want to cut your paint. And I'll come over here and show you what the final choppy cut looks like. But you definitely want to leave room for the seal to grab around the foam, and the headliner actually has to glue to the body there. We'll just come back with that wire brush and just kind of clean out where that seal, goes. And then we don't need all this down here. That's just extra. You kind of want them to touch there, make a nice little edge without bunching up. So we can pull that off. This one's okay. This one's fine. This one. This is all going to be covered up and mushed down by the headliner, but the smoother you can get that cut, the better, I think. we gotta go in here where the panel goes. Kind of trim that out because we want the panel to fit in there. Man, they make it look so easy on YouTube. Is that how it is when I do stuff? If I make it look easy and then you guys have a hard time, let me know in the comments. Because I'll tell you, I have a hard time with it too sometimes. You never know. Right here. So you put the tape on there, and then it comes off because the glue is on the tape, not on the foam. Now we can find our, when we put our strap back on there, we don't have to go hunting for it, you know, and it's not sticky. It's good. So that's that side. And there, so we'll just trim this side and trim that. I did that on purpose so you could see. We can always glue some of the scraps back in there if we did a bad job. But I think we did okay. You know, it's not super pretty, but it's gonna all be hidden by the headliner. You know, the headliner's gonna squish that all down. I think we're gonna be okay. You know, it's gonna be alright. It's our first time, you know. Let me switch sides. Try it again. This is all good. Okay, took a little longer than we thought, but I think we did okay. We got the foam on there at least, so when we go to do the headliner, it'll fit tight. It'll be nice. So this kit was pretty basic. This is not the most expensive headliner padding kit. The nice ones are actually that you know, like this stuff. This is what we pulled down. It's like that, made from, I don't know, old blankets or something. You know, but that's the really good stuff. That's cut perfectly to the right shape and it goes on nice. This stuff goes on okay. This is kind of your quick, fast and dirty budget stuff, which is fine for this car because we're not doing a full restoration. We just want to put a headliner in there. You know, we want it to look pretty nice but not immaculate. That's the other car that I'm building. The 63 is the one that's going to have the mohair and the nice padding and all that stuff, so this is fine. This will work. I will put links to all this stuff down below like I usually do sometimes. If I don't, remind me and I'll come back and put them in there. Sometimes I forget. Check out our friends, VolksAmerica.com, VolksMania.com, VitaRadio.com, Good Old Mike Podcast, and the all-new VW Network. VWNetwork.com. I don't know if you've heard about it, if you've seen it since the last video. It's fresh, it's brand new. It's all the content you could ever want and dream of. VW related stuff, lifestyle stuff, interviews, videos, everything you could ever want. It's pretty great. So VWNetwork.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our magazines, Volks Mania and Volks America as well. And get you a t-shirt from the Teespring down below. Get two. You know, why not get two? Well, you can wear one while you're washing one. That's how it works, right? Just get a couple of them. You might as well buy some for your neighbors and your kids and your neighbors' kids. Just buy shirts. They're pretty nice. And then, thanks for watching.